Hey everybody, today new project, and this one will maybe be a little shorter, but this is kind of why scan tools or laptops with software are so doggone helpful when you're diagnosing a car. Got this kind of new project. This is my son's got a Caprice station wagon, 95, and he had a check engine light and it was not running well. And the fun part, or so, with this car is the 95s. You can't put the paper clip in anymore to dump codes because this is one of those cars that's kind of in between OBD2 and OBD1. It's still an OBD1 car, but you know, the diagnostics are a little different. So somehow, what we ended up with is, I got my Actron tool out, and I know you can't buy this anymore. You know, you probably have to go eBay one if you need one. I also think I could have got it with my laptop. But in any case, we started out with a check engine light, and I came in here and checked codes, and I didn't get you a video of checking the codes, but when I was able to get it to connect, and this one uses the old GM OBD1 connector as opposed to the OBD2 connector. I could have put either one on here on my tool, but this particular Caprice 350 5.7 needs the old connector. So anyway, when we went into here, we had three codes. The first one was a map code, manifold absolute pressure. The map sensor was showing well, I'm working off the top of my head. I think it was a 34. It was a low voltage map sensor code. And then we had a 43, which was a knock sensor code. And then the last one was an 83, which was a torque converter switch code. And after checking a bunch of things out, I cleared them, and we started looking at the data stream, and everything looked just fine. We took the car out, made a drive. Dan said that it most often acted up after you shut it down and went in and, you know, filled the gas tank or something and then fired it back up again. So we tried shutting it off for 10 minutes and that didn't work. Then we did it a second time here in his driveway, and you can't see it right now. The map sensor is reading fine. It's reading 8.94. Considering the barometric pressure today is about 29.2 here at our location, 20 inches of vacuum would get you down around 9. That's about right. Well, we shut it down for about 20 minutes, came back and fired it up, and this little dude here was reading 3.28, and it was stuck on 3.28. We took it down the street and went around the block, and by golly, it popped back up and it started working normally again, and the check engine light went on at 3.2, and it's back off now that the sensor's working, because it had been low and stuck. And I'm going to add in that low and stuck may very well have caused the knock sensor test to fail because the engine thought it was running wide open when it wasn't, at least on this, you know, on this vacuum manifold pressure. So anyway, at the moment, the car's running fine. We have no lights. Well, there's an ABS light, but that's separate. The data all looks good, but we needed this tool to dump the codes, and then by driving it around with the tool connected, I was able to catch it when it was misbehaving, and it's pointing us to the map sensor. So we're going to try to get one of those and get that thing swapped. So on this engine, the map sensor says it's on the throttle body up here at the front. Alright, so once we get the air cleaner off, or the air resonator assembly off the air duct, it looks like right there is our map sensor that we're going to have to replace. And now, so you've got a grommet on there. You got that grommet on there, which I think you're going to have to save because the new one didn't have that.
I don't think it did. I actually might have another one that I could take the piece off of there.
Okay. So there's the new sensor and the old sensor. We got this one, it's a standard motor parts sensor, the new one. And the only problem is there wasn't a grommet in the box, and it takes a grommet to seal into the intake manifold. And we could have probably reused this one, but it's pretty mushed. So we had an old sensor from one of the other cars that we swiped the grommet off of, but if we were still close to the store, I'd probably see if I could get a new grommet for it, but this one should work fine. So we threw a little bit of Vaseline on it so that it goes in easier. Did it go on down? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Feels like it's seated and sealed? Okay, good. Okay. Just double checking.
Feels like it wants to get tight as soon as I put it in there. I don't want to force it. Check if this one goes smoother. Yeah, that one's getting tight. Sorry. You're good. So that one I can do by hand.
Well, give me the, you got your, just the socket. Let's just get a little more leverage. Let's see if it'll. Yeah, I think it's going, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like it is.
Sometimes, I mean, I like to finger start them, absolutely. But sometimes you just need a little bit of extra leverage to get it to, that your fingers can turn it. That one hasn't started yet. Because you took it out, I know.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, but that one seems to be doing well. Well, let me back it up a little. Maybe I got it down too far. There we go. Now it's going. Now it's going in. I said that, but
is it faking you out?
double checking, but you get your let's see if yeah, there it is. Just got to the point where my fingers weren't working either. It's aluminum, so we don't want to tear it out. Okay, good. And then, yeah, can you get the connector back in? And I know it's missing the latch. It's unfortunately.
Feels like that's as far as it wants to go. There's no click.
Yeah, there's no
Without that
click,
latch
but the
on it.
edge of the latch is up here, so I think you're good.
Cool.
All right. Probably put the resonator back on there and we can give her a try. Thank you.
That's it.
All right. So he likes your purple Caprice.
Good. So now,
Alright, so the new sensor's in, and right there it's reading map at 29.43. So that's good. Let's light her up and see what we get here.
oh, is that gonna mess up your?
You know, just take a shot. Go ahead. Yeah, looks pretty good. It's sitting about 9. 9.5. That's pretty close to where it ought to be. I'd say it's reading, I think it's reading a little higher than the old sensor read, just slightly. But the old sensor was, was going flaky, so yeah, because you're idling at 10.5,
Mm-hmm.
and you weren't idling that hard before.
No, it was at low 9s.
Yep. Which will make a difference in how the fuel flow runs and stuff like that. Well, I'm going to say we probably got a successful fix. I'd say, I think you're good. We unplug it, you go and drive, and although, no, wait a minute. You got to check engine light. Alright, and then back on. Well, it says the voltage is too low. And then the ESC. And it's gone through all 3 of them. Well, what we're going to do is clear them. Turn the key. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Okay, it just wants me to read the codes. Okay, now turn it back on. Alright, now we're clear. No codes found, and then...
Really?
Well, we're now back staying at 9. We had to clear codes again, not sure why, but we had parameters on the tool were all jumping around, like there was some communication error with the ECM. perhaps in all of messing around with the tool, like I say, with the bad communication, that it was showing a fault. In any case, right now it's doing fine. And Dan, I would say if for some reason you get a check engine light and it comes back, I would be looking at that connector real hard, where the connector goes to the sensor.
Okay.
And make sure that all those terminals, you've got a box of terminals. Take a terminal and run it in and out very gently and see if they, make sure they're not loose. Because if you have a slightly loose terminal, you may lose connection, and you may have a perfectly good sensor that doesn't read correctly.
Got it.
That makes sense? It's often if you get an intermittent like that, it can be that the pin is loose. And I say you've got the stuff to be able to pull those pins out and replace a pin.
Yeah.
And that'd be where I'd be looking if you get back into trouble again. All right. Well, I think that's good, and that's all for now.